Hey Brad, here's a very quick demo of Inkscape. I'll try to do the diagram I did before. So here's Inkscape, blank document, and I'm just going to make a grid of circles and draw that line, that path through them. So first I'll just select the ellipse tool over here. You can see I get an ellipse, but I'm going to hold down the control key, which constrains the X and Y dimensions to integer ratios like 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1. I want 1 to 1 because I want a circle. So there's my circle. Now this has a stroke around it. Here I'll zoom in so you can see. It has a black outline, which I guess I don't want. I didn't have it in the original, so I'll take that out. By going over here to, now I happen to have this open already, this fill and stroke palette, but if I didn't, I would just go over here to select the object and pick fill and stroke and get this panel over here. By the way, these colors look really good natively. These are gradients, but with the screen capture software it dithers them, and so you're going to see kind of lumpy colors, but that's okay. So to take away this stroke, I'll just go to this stroke paint tab and click this X. So now there's no outline. And I'm also going to change, no wait, first let me shrink this thing back down to something reasonable. And I'm going to make the grid of circles by going to this clone menu. I'm going to pick create tiled clones, and what that will allow me to do is create this sort of array of clones. So you can see there are lots of options. Basically these options allow you to modify the original as it gets cloned across the grid. I'm going to use the very basic rectangular grid. If I press create now, you'll see that I get 5 rows of 7, 5 by 7. I want 11 by 11 or so. That's what I used originally. So there's my 11 by 11. But you can see they're kind of jammed together. So I am going to use the Shift tab to put some space. I'm going to basically shift the X coordinate each column by, let's say, 20%. Now if I click create here, you can see that there's space now between each column. And I'll do the similar thing for the Y coordinate on the rows. So now I have some spaced out circles. Maybe I need a little more space. Let's do 30%. Okay, so there's my array of circles. Now the nice thing is that these are clones. They're all linked together. Like for example, if I clicked one and tried to change its color, nothing happens. That's because if you look down here at this status, this is a clone of an ellipse. So if I press Shift D, it selects the original from of these clones, and then I can change the color. If I change the color now, they all change because they're still linked to one another. You can unlink them too if you want, but I don't need to do that. So there, I've already got all my circles. Now I'm going to draw that path, that zigzag path through them. There's no line tool per se, but there's this Bezier curve tool. It's pretty sophisticated. You can see that if you're familiar with Illustrator and things like that, it makes some nice curves. But I'm not going to use it for curves. I'm going to use it for lines. Let me get rid of this. To use it for lines, you just click, 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 click like that, and you get line segments. So that's what I'm going to use. So get rid of that, the tool again, and start to make my path. Now, right now I'm in sort of free-form mode. If I hold down the control key, then I get nice angles like, 0 degrees and 45 degrees and so on. Doesn't look like a bug there. Yeah. Little bug there. So I'm just holding down the control and I'm moving where I want my endpoints to be. It's very rough. I was a little more careful, I think, when I did the original, but I'm not sure. But you get the idea. And then when I'm done, I just double click. Okay, so now I have this path, and I also have this little line segment out here, which is like a mouse dropping. I've actually never seen it do that before, but I'm not claiming this is completely bug-free, but I really haven't seen many problems. Alright, you may not be able to see it that clearly, so I'm going to increase the width of this line. You should be able to see it now. And I'm going to add an arrow to the end by picking an end marker. You can see all these markers you can put on the end. I like, which one do I like? I think I like this one the best. So I'll pick that, and now you see the arrow. Now this is a little bit of a deficiency. This arrowhead, the size is relative to the thickness of the line. So for example, if I wanted a really thick line, my arrow just gets all out of whack. But it's still not bad. So there you go. That's basically what I did. And then if I wanted to, I could select this and export as a bitmap. Actually, it's not a BMP, it's a PNG. But there you go. That's how you do it.